All right, what's your name?
Pechone Steps,
Where are you from?
Fort Scott, Kansas.
And how did you get injured?
Got hit changing a tire in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Got hit by a drunk driver. Got ran over by the truck. And as a result of the injury, was paralyzed from the waist down. Broke my neck at the C7, T1 vertebrae.
What treatments have you received or experienced before coming to Quest to Walk?
When I first got hurt, I was in Fayetteville for a while. Then they transferred me to Craig Hospital in Denver, Colorado. There I didn't really get a chance to utilize Craig to the fullest extent because I was pretty broke up. And so by the time my stay was over, I had to move on. I mean, my time insurance just don't let you stay as long as you want to. So then I went back to Fort Scott, and it was more of just a rehab hospital as far as just basic PT. So I had some basic PT. Then I went to advanced physical therapy in Quincy, Illinois, which they do a little spinal cord, they do a little bit of ACLs, they do a little bit of everything too. Nothing specialized, but those are a couple of places I've gone to. Made some strides at both places, at Fort Scott, at Health for Life, and then advanced physical therapy. I probably took my first steps on a walker at advanced physical therapy. I've gone there the last 2 summers for the month of June. So I've met some great people, made some strides there, but I was just looking for a new voice.
And were you part of the local, as a local client for Quest Walk or home program?
Home program is what I started out.
And how long was your first stay here? For your first part of the program? How long have you been here now?
A week.
Just a week.
Yep, a week.
And how has being a client at Quest to Walk changed how you feel?
Oh, I feel good. Like I said, I was looking for a different voice and some new ideas and some new energy. I think sometimes when you're in a wheelchair or your spinal cord injury, you kind of get stagnant. And when you hear the same old voice over and over, the same routine, you just kind of get comfortable. So I was looking for something to inject some life in, and I was fortunate to find Quest to Walk on the internet, and then kind of bing bang boom, I'm here, and it's been a great week. Learned some new techniques on walking that I hadn't really thought about. So I'm excited to take these home and work them out.
And what parts of your body have you noticed that might feel a little stronger?
I think my left leg has gotten a little stronger from just even in the week, and I think it's more so on my technique. I think that's the biggest thing I take from here is you guys taught me some better technique to be able to walk, to trust what I have instead of trying to force it. Your other therapist, Alicia, tells me not to wiggle. Trust what you have and go with it.
What is your short-term goal with the training that you've received at Quest to Walk?
Well, my short-term goal is, I look at goals 2 ways. I think you set goals to try to achieve them, but I don't want to limit myself to my goal and say I reach my goal and say, oh, that's it. I always looking to get better. Want to improve my technique. My goal is to be able to walk without a walker, even if I have to go to the cane or something, but to be able to walk without a walker and to get my balance a lot better. But just even in the short week, I think I've made great strides.
How do you plan on spreading the word about your recovery?
I'll open up my mouth to anybody who wants to know. Anytime somebody asks me about, you always get conversation when you're in a wheelchair, and somebody wants to know and is curious, and then I go and do some public speaking. So anytime I can get out and spread the word out, I'll let them know. There's a couple, in fact, there's a girl here that was on the news locally in Pittsburgh, and she was raising money to go to Project Walk in California. And I'm going to get a hold of the teacher and tell her, hey, you're here in the Midwest, it's no use to, I don't want to take any class away from Project Walk out in California, but it's no use to going way out in California when it's the same thing right here, right down the road that's going to be more convenient for you.
And you kind of just answered this, but would you recommend this program?
Definitely. I'll recommend it to anybody because I just think it's beneficial. Because a lot of times, with spinal cord injuries, you just don't find in the Midwest. It's not too many spots that just work with spinal cord injuries. Everybody's kind of geared to just a regular physical therapy. Some physical therapists are kind of stumped. They don't know exactly what to do. They can give you some basic things, but a lot of them are geared for ACLs, some other type of injuries, but not specifically, for spinal cord injuries, and that's what you're looking for. So I think that's a big bonus coming here, and that's why I wanted to try it out, because you know, you're hitting your specifics. Definitely. If I want to learn how to play basketball, I'm not going to go to a football coach.
There you go. Do you have anything else that you'd like to add for anybody that would see this video, spinal cord injury or not?
The biggest thing is, I'm 7 years post-injury, and I started out like a lot of your clients here. I couldn't move anything. I could just feel touch. I mean, couldn't move toes, nothing. But just to keep going. You're gonna have your good days and your bad days, but just to not get frustrated and just quit and shut down. I think that's the biggest thing. A lot of times, I mean, you're pushed to the brink, but a lot of times people get frustrated and you just want to shut down. And I think that's a product of just our environment. We're so used to having everything at our fingertips. Everything's instant. We got instant coffee, microwavable food, that type of deal. And we lose our patience. A lot of people just don't have the patience. Cell phones, everything's convenient for us. So I would just say, you know, keep the faith. You know, try to keep your faith, and try to keep your family and friends around you for encouragement, and just, you know, keep at it. I mean, I'm 7 years post injury, and I'm probably made some of my biggest strides 5 years later. So it's not going to come back right away like we want to, but got to work at it. But you'll be satisfied at the end, and you're going to feel better. Even if it doesn't work out, at least you know you tried and you went through, instead of wondering, what if, I should have. You don't want to have any regrets, so balls to the wall.